No more brain suppression. Big damage.
First blood! Killings! Double kill!
Big damage shield.
Rampage!
Earth shock. Earth shock. Earth shock. Earth shock.
Triple kill! Dominating!
Earth shock. Earth shock. Oh my gosh, we proc. Oh, he's coming back, dude. Are you dumb?
Holy shit! Minion kill! Holy shit! Ultra kill!
Oh!
Holy shit! First blood! Killing spree! Double kill! Rampage! Triple kill! Dominating!
Alright, big ass freaking damage!
First blood! Killing spree! Double kill! Rampage!
Have you seen that Earthshock damage?
Kill!
Hey, what is up, you awesome people? Clunky here, and I'm super excited to present you guys the full one-shot build for Ali Shami in the War Within after the rework. Okay, so in this build guide video, I'm gonna include the best talents, the best PvP talents, the best gear possible. I'm gonna show you guys the full burst rotation, and then I will be including all the macros that you guys need. I'm gonna put those macros at the end of the video, so make sure you watch the whole thing. Okay, let's get straight into it. So starting right off with the best gear possible for your Ali Shami. Okay, on my character, I don't have the best gear because I'm dumb. I don't play WoW 24 hours a day, and I don't min-max all my stuff. But I'm gonna show you someone. Okay, this is the best solo queue RPG player in the whole world right now, and this dude has nailed his gear perfectly. Okay, so you guys cannot go wrong with this build video. Starting up with the helmet, you want the haste helmet that you can buy from the conquest vendor, and then you want to apply this one specific gem. Okay, this gem gives you 181 primary stat, and it gives you precognition whenever an enemy misses his kick on you. Very important, super good. You can buy that gem off of the auction house. Okay, and then for your necklace, you want the mastery necklace with mastery and versatility gems applied onto it. For your shoulders, you actually need the haste one. Okay, conquest vendor. For your cape, you want a mastery cape. Mastery is very important, by the way. I'm going to explain guys a little bit later how it works for this build. And then for your chest, you want the tier set chest, of course. It's very important. I don't have this piece right now. I only have like 3 pieces of tier set, and you've seen in the intro clip, that was my freaking damage without the tier set. With the tier set, it would be even more crazier. Okay, absolutely disgusting damage. For the wrists, you want mastery wrists. And then for your gloves, you're gonna need the tier set piece glove. For your waist, you're gonna need the haste one mastery gems applied onto it. For your legs, you're gonna need the tier set piece. For boots, you're gonna need haste boost. And then for your rings, okay, super important, you want 1 mastery ring and then 1 haste ring, because you don't want to put too much into mastery. Okay, so because how it works, if you put too much stats into too much points into one stat, you're actually getting less overall value. That's literally how it works in World of Warcraft. Okay, so and then on top of that, you want to craft those, okay, at the work orders. And how it works, you can actually decide an embellishment that you can put on your rings, and we're going with the embellishment that randomly deals 100k damage to your target whenever you deal damage to your target. Okay, on both rings, very important. It randomly procs, but it hits crazy numbers. And then you want a trinket to remove CCs from yourself, of course, and we're going with the Forged Gladiator's Insignia of Alacrity, providing us with a ton of freaking haste. Okay, and then for your weapon enchant, you're gonna need the Outsworn's Tenacity one. Okay, Myself, I'm not running that one piece. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I'm running. You're free to do whatever you want. I'm running with Authority of Radiant Power because it literally allows me to dish out more damage. But that player is actually running with an enchant that gives him more versatility whenever it procs. So that's up to you. But I would say if you want max damage, go with Authority of Radiant Power enchant. And then once you're best in slot with every piece, your stats should actually look something like 7% critical strike, 10% haste, 38% mastery, and 17% versatility. All right, so very, very important that you don't put all your eggs in one basket just going for only mastery, because mastery is super insane right now. But you cannot just put all your points into mastery because you're going to lose out on damage overall. Now that we spoke about what is the absolute best freaking gear possible, by the way, leave a like, it really helps the channel. We're going to talk about what are the very best talents possible. And by the way, this build is being used by the top rank 1 players in the whole world right now. So I'm going to point you what is super important to know about, and I'm going to skip all the useless stuff. Okay, we're actually playing with Ice Fury. Basically how it works, we're expecting to fusion of the elements, and how it works basically whenever you get that free proc, you press Frost Shock. The next time that you use a nature and fire spell, it's going to throw a free elemental blast at your target. Okay, it's literally part of rotation and it hits for 1.5 million. That's just dumb, so you cannot skip on that one. And then the that part you guys need to know about, okay, super important. We're playing with Earth Shatter combined with Mountains Will Fall. You guys don't even understand how freaking dumb that is. It's just bonkers OP, okay? Basically how it works, super simple. Whenever you press Earth Shock, okay, it has a chance to proc again. The thing is, our Earth Shocks actually hit for 2 million. So if you're lucky and it procs again, it's going to hit for 2 million, and then it procs, it hits for 1 million. And the thing is, we're actually playing with Aftershock. Earthshock has a 25% chance to refund all Maelstrom spent. So do you understand where this is going? We're going to be spamming that Earthshock a lot. Okay, and then we're actually playing with Ascendance. Okay, the 3-minute Ascendance. The reason why is because your haste is increased by 25% while Ascendance is active. Okay, you're gonna see it makes a lot of sense. Okay, and then we're playing with deeply rooted elements. Basically, it got reworked. Okay, before in Dragonflight, it would actually give you a chance at randomly giving you Ascendance whenever you spammed Lava Bursts. Now, how it works, when you press Earthshock, you have a chance to transform into Ascendance, put a lot of Flame Shocks on every enemies in front of you, and throw Lava Bursts like in one GCD, in one global cooldown. So it's bonkers OP. You guys don't even know how dumb that is at the moment, so I would highly suggest you guys to actually try it out. Okay, we're going to be playing Stormkeeper. We're pretty much forced into playing Stormkeeper right now. It is not the main source of our damage. It's more like a filler ability with this build, okay? So don't focus too hard on Stormkeeper. It's literally just there to add some damage and build Maelstrom so you can spam that Earth Shock. Just make sure you check down in the description. I'm going to link down this build down there, okay? Then for your PvP talents, Grounding Totem is absolutely best in slot if you're playing against casters. If you're playing against more melees, you will be switching for Static Field Totem. Okay, that's very important. And then we've got Totem of Wrath. You never spec out of it. It's just too good. Basically, whenever you press your Primordial Wave, you automatically drop a totem, which increases all your critical strike chance by 15%. So super good. Absolutely best in slot. And then we got Shamanism right here. Again, you will never spec out of that talent. It's just best in slot for Ali Shami. I would even say that it's kind of broken at the moment. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that you guys need to know about this build. Basically, left side of the tree, I don't want to talk too much about it. I mean, it's not that important. The only thing that you guys need to know about is we're playing with Spirit Walker's Aegis, and when you cast Spirit Walker's Grace, okay, this spell right here, basically for 5 seconds you are immune to silence effects. So Shadow Priests, DKs, they cannot silence you, so it allows you guys to just like hit that key. If you know you're gonna get silenced, you cannot get silenced, and you start spamming all your freaking rotation. And on top of that, whenever you cast spells while you have Spirit Walker's Grace, it prolongs the effect. So basically allowing you to be immune to all silence for like 10 seconds, which is at least kind of busted at the moment. All right, and then you've got Ancestral Guidance. Okay, I'm gonna include a macro at the end of this video that's going to make your life so much easier whenever you press Ancestral Guidance. So you don't need to worry about that ability too much. All right, it's literally gonna heal your team while allowing you to dish massive damage. And also on top of that, what happens is with this macro, with Ancestral Guidance, you become so tanky because you're one-shotting stuff and you're healing for like 1 million. Every time you deal 1 million damage, you heal yourself for 1 million. You heal all of your allies for millions and millions. It's kind of dumb. All right, so now that we spoke about the best talents, the best stats, the best gear possible, I'm going to show you guys the full burst rotation for Ellie Shami. Okay, let's get straight into it. Once you actually have a little bit of Maelstrom stored, what you want to do is go ahead and use your Fire Ellie. We're going to actually use our Fire Totem and then FlameShock one target, another target, and then once we're actually ready to go, we pop all the keys. Whoa! That DPS, dude. That was 5 million DPS, dude. And that is without the Zerker buff, dude. Absolutely dumb crazy. Redot the whole world, and then we're kind of chilling a little bit because we're waiting for our, again, Primordial Wave, which we're gonna use right now. And we got a little bit more burst going. We're gonna use those Earth Shock, Earth Shock, Earth Shock, Earth Shock, and then we're proccing again. We got lucky. So this can happen at random. This is what I was explaining a little bit earlier. We're still putting up some crazy numbers. Again, this is without potions. This is without anything. It's literally straight up the base damage. And then we're going to be able to use another Primordial Wave in a second here. I'm going to do it again. We're still maintaining that pressure. Again, we're proccing, we're proccing, we're proccing, we're proccing. We're proccing so hard, dude. This build is just dumb OP, dude. At this point, it's pretty much the same thing. You're going to want to redot the whole world, etc., so on and so forth. So we were able to do 5.5 million DPS for a little while there. And honestly, guys, that was without potion. That was without the Zerker buff. That was without potion. That was without, anything. Straight up just the damage from this build. So hopefully you guys are gonna have fun with that one. Or lava bursts hitting for 1 million critical, 1 million lava bursts, absolutely dumb OP. FlameShock kind of dealing some okay damage. It's literally just FlameShock is just there to give you haste whenever you do your Primordial Wave. So the reason why you want 5 FlameShocks active whenever you burst is because you deal more damage overall. If you have 5 FlameShocks active, you will be dealing some massive damage. If you have 4 FlameShocks, you're going to deal slightly less damage. If you have only 3 FlameShocks active before your burst, it's going to be much less impressive, so on and so forth. Only 1 FlameShock is going to be okay damage, but it's not going to be that great. So I'm stressing that up super hard. FlameShock needs to be applied on as many targets as possible, but here's a catch. Whenever you proc Ascendance with deep-rooted elements, you actually, you actually automatically apply FlameShocks on your targets in front of you. Thank you, Blizzard, finally. So you don't need to stress that much about it, but you kind of need those 5 targets with FlameShocks on them, okay? And then you've got Earthshock. Earthshock actually hitting for 2.1 million, okay, critical hits. And then, as I've explained, with Mountains Will Fall, it actually has a chance to hit again at 50% effectiveness. So it hits again, 1 million. So it hits once for 2 million, and then it hits again for 1 million. Absolutely one-shotting your enemies. They don't have time to react. It's instant. On top of that, they've got like 20 lava bursts flying at them. You hard shock them, and then they cannot actually press their keys fast enough. And then you've got Erupting Lava. It's a new talent. It's a passive in the War Within. Basically, what it says is whenever your target has FlameShock on them and you lava burst him, it's going to consume up to 3 seconds of that FlameShock and deal that damage instantly. So what happens? What makes this talent super OP is the fact that whenever you proc your overloads, because you can proc overloads because of your mastery as Ellie Shami, okay, whenever you throw a lava burst, it has a chance to proc again another lava burst, and it actually works the same on your target. It literally consumes a couple seconds off of your Flame Shock's duration to inflict more damage. So very important to have Flame Shocks active on your targets as much as possible. And this is the reason why Mastery is super important right now for Ellie Shami. Mastery, super good. I believe it's even better than Haste at the moment. So, and then you've got your Earthshock Overloads dealing 875k. It's pretty dumb. It has a random chance to proc, so we did not get lucky. We did not get that many procs, but sometimes when you get lucky and you press your Earthshock twice and like it procs twice in a row, you literally one-shot the dude. Like crazy numbers. And then you've got Lightning Bolts, which is kind of hitting for 1 million. But honestly, it's your Stormkeeper, and this build is literally just there to generate freaking Maelstrom. That's literally it. You know, add a little bit of damage overall. And then you've got Ice Fury hitting for kind of a 1 million, which is not bad. And then you've got Ellie Blast hitting for 600k normal hits, 500k critical hits. Again, we did not get lucky, because I've seen that Ellie Blast hitting for 1.5 million on players, okay? And it's just part of the rotation, basically. And proccing Ellie Blast, as I've explained, can give you a buff for a couple seconds, increasing your overall damage. Again, so very important to not skip on those procs. All right, so here's the part where I'm going to talk a little bit about the macros that I'm using. And by the way, Mr. Scarmix on Twitch actually asked me to show his message here. Put this message in your video for no reason. Okay, so there you go, Mr. Scarmix. All right, so the macros that I'm using a macro which literally makes it so that whenever I'm using my Primordial Wave, it also uses Ancestral Swiftness, okay? You guys absolutely need that macro. It makes your life so much easier. It reduces the amount of freaking keys that you need to press. And honestly, you never want to press Ancestral Swiftness anywhere else than when you're pressing Primordial Wave. So it only makes sense to just macro that shit together. And again, those macros are going to be down in the description for you guys. So just copy paste those macros, start using them. Another thing that I love so much about this macro is the fact that, you know how dumb it is to actually have to switch targets all the time, to just like apply your flame shocks and go back on your target. It's just so bad. It's just so boring. I got the fix for you. I made this macro, so now it's possible to actually send your Primordial Wave on a target by just hovering your mouse on top of it, hitting my macro. And I've got the same macro for FlameShock. I'm targeting this dummy right here. I'm just gonna put my mouse over the other dummy, press my macro, bam. So you never have to switch your target. It makes your life so much easier. You can just like do your rotation, and then you wanna flame shock someone. You just turn around, flame shock, and you keep hitting your keys on your enemy. So it makes your life so much easier. I'm gonna link down those macros in the description. Flame shock, cast, target, mouse over macros. So make sure you check those up. And then I've got this health macro, which is absolutely bonker dumb OP, okay? Absolutely dumb. Basically what it does, it uses a Healthstone. On top of that, it uses a Thirdwind potion that you can buy on the auction house. It's like 5 gold. It heals you for 50% of your HP. So whenever you hit that macro, and assuming that you've got a Healthstone in your inventory, it will heal you for around 85% of your maximum health. Absolutely bonkers macro. I'm going to put that one down in the description also. And then you've got that macro. That macro that... it's so dumb, okay? You remember that part where I told you about Ancestral Guidance? There you go. This is the macro I'm talking about. With this macro, whenever you're about to burst, you just use it, okay? It's going to use Ancestral Guidance, okay? And then it's going to use Blood Fury. So if you're an arc, it's going to use your arc ratio in one button. And then on top of that, it's going to use Bloodlust, making sure that you've got that freaking PvP talent Bloodlust effect active on yourself with Shamanism, okay? And on top of that, it will be using what is called a Saltwater potion, which increases your damage by 30%. You can buy those off of the auction house, okay? It's like 10 gold each. But be wary, with the damage that you've seen on the PvP targets, I was not able to use a Saltwater potion. So, because we're not into a random BG right now. So those potions are only usable in random BGs, epic BGs. So the damage that you've seen on the target dummies, that was without the Saltwater potion. It's all I'm saying. So 5.5 million DPS without that potion that increases your damage by 30%. It was without that freaking Zerka buff that increases your damage by 30%. Just so you're gonna have fun with this build. So I'm gonna link down all those macros down in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video that I'm working super hard to make, please hit the subscribe button, share this video to your ally friends. It really helps my channel. It encourages me a lot to keep making those super cool guides for you guys. And thanks a lot for watching. This was Clunky. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day and see you very soon in another guide video. Take care, gentlemen, and stay awesome. This was Clunky.